A Whitewater State Park in Winona County, it doesn't matter if it's 30 below or 30 above, people show up for one particular snow activity. In this week's Finding Minnesota, John Lauritsen shows us why Whitewater has become a winter hotspot.
This place is pretty breathtaking. It's pretty hard to ignore.
Even with the ground covered in a blanket of January snow, Whitewater State Park finds a way to stand out. There are bluffs that seem to push up, beaver dams that push across, and a creek that pushes its way through it all. Every part of it can be seen if you have just the right footwear.
I've been snowshoeing out here since high school.
Kelly Ellen Sobek and her crew are part of a snowshoe group that loves to explore all 1,900 acres of the park.
Something digging there, probably a squirrel.
It's an activity that's gained plenty of traction during the pandemic, and the miles tick by when you're having fun.
And how many miles did you put on last year?
We put in 1,156 miles.
So that's like walking from here to
somewhere
Phoenix.
In Colorado, probably.
Colorado.
Yeah.
But no matter how cold it gets, they'd rather be here for countless reasons. For one, you can fish for trout year-round. Natural springs feed Trout Run Creek, so it never freezes over.
They're tricky to catch.
They're tricky to catch, and if you're quiet and you get snuck up on them, you're doing good.
Snowshoeing gives you an opportunity to see a place in a new way. I might visit this park 10 years in a row in the summertime, and I won't see what I'll see snowshoeing.
Jeremy Darst is with the DNR, and he's an interpretive naturalist for the park.
It's a Dakota word for Minneska, which means whitewater.
He also serves as park explorer, pointing out discoveries that have been made over Whitewater's century-old history, such as the remains of an old cabin likely built in the 1800s. But it's the natural and rapidly changing beauty that he's drawn to.
I can be on one hill here, and I can walk on one side of the hill and be on a prairie that I would have in southwestern Minnesota, and I can walk to the other side of the hill and I'll be in a northern forest.
It's also one of the few places in Minnesota where animals like timber rattlers and beavers are neighbors. The snow hides some things during the winter, but if you're willing to put in the steps, you won't be sorry.
It's really an opportunity to be active and see a place in a way that you never have.
In Winona County, John Lauritsen, WCCO 4 News.
At one time, the Civil Conservation Corps worked on a number of projects at Whitewater, and the park also served as a German prisoner of war camp during World War II.